Following the success of Ultraman Tiga in 1996, Tsuburaya decided to make a new Ultra series for 1997, with it being called Ultraman Dyna. Now this is actually a sequel to the past series, and because it's a sequel to the another series, this video is also a sequel to my last video, which did relatively well. Anyway, I'll divide these into like 3 points for each one. Positives and negatives, both of which will have 3 points each, with some extras if I feel the need to. Now keep in mind, this is based on my own opinion, so if you have any opinions towards this series, feel free to lay it in the comments. Without further ado, let's go. First off, plot. Let's talk about the plot of Ultraman Dyna. It's good, it's episodic, and to an extent, everything that I said in Ultraman Tiga review will apply the same to Dyna, but it's much more enjoyable. And that's about it. When it comes to characters in Ultraman Dyna, there is no shortage of them. And our main character, Asuka Shin, is without a doubt a great improvement over Daigo Madoka. He's more energetic, he's a rookie, and best of all, he's relatable and always tries hard. And as for the side characters, we have Ryo, Nakajima, Koda, and that one guy who drinks the coffee, I forgot his name, I'll put the description right there. Mai, and of course, the best character in the series, Captain Hibiki. And Captain Hibiki is my favorite character in the series, and here's a clip that proves my point why I think he's the best character.
どうしてお前が勝てないか分かるか？それは怒りの気持ちにお前が支配されてるからなんだ。しかし怒りの下僕になり下がったら人間の負けだ。怒りの気持ちをコントロールできて初めて人間はもっと強くなれる。
The designs in Ultraman Dyna are really good. Let's talk about their fighter jet. And the fighter jet, clear inspiration from the Ultra Hawk from Ultra 7, which helps that this is the 30th anniversary of Ultra 7 during that runtime. Also, there was this Neo Guts Eagle, which is a callback to the jet VTOLs used in the SSSP. And the monster designs, oh boy, they are really good. My favorite design when it comes to monsters in Ultraman Dyna are of course the changes they made to Golza, because Golza was my favorite monster and so is this one. And then there's also this monster called, I believe it's called the whatever the thing is involved with Maxima. I'll put another description right there. That monster design is really cool. I think it's called Geomons. Yeah, Geomons is the name of it. And of course, the favorite character of all, Imit Dyna. Don't lie, it's a good design. Now we come to the negative parts, and first of all, the negatives of the plot. Well, just like Tiga before it, this one is also episodic, filler most of it, and really if you were to take out every single piece of it, it will just be like a few episodes. And to those who don't like everything comedy, well, this thing is no shortage of that, but it's still serviceable and still better than Tiga for what it's worth.
What the fuck?
Well, I don't have much to say about the negatives of the character, but if I were to point out one specific negative, it would be that the character sometimes can shift from serious to funny without warning. That's not a bad thing, but when you expect plot points to be, serious, it will cut to comedy. And this is most notable to Asuka. Now, I'm not saying he's a bad character, Takeshi Tsuruno plays him very well, but in this series he's still a rookie, so that comedy is forgivable, but I can see how some people might see this as a negative.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
And lastly, let's talk about the design negative aspect. So the design negative aspect of this series is that, well, some of them are just ugly. I mean, if you were to take a look at something like Zelganoid, I know to some he's a good design, but to me it's a bit ugly and a bit too And that goes as well to the fighter jets when they combine with the Neo Guts Eagle Alpha. The first combination looked pretty good. Second combination is where I draw the line of it doesn't really fit. And when it comes to design aspects, well, not really bad, but I want to take a note to Dyna. Now, this is more of a fact than a negative, but if you look at Miracle Type in the CGI model and the suit, you can clearly see there's some questionable changes made. But overall, that's just my opinion. So that concludes this video, which I did in less than like a few months. I've been planning this for a long time, and I might continue on with this series if it does well. Now, with all of the things I said throughout this video, what is the ratings that I will give? Well, it is a step above Tiga, and it does improve what the latter did not. But without getting nostalgia in the way, without any sentimental value, I will give this series a solid score of a 7.5.
Excuse me, what?
Now 7.5 is a good number, but I'm not saying that this series is bad. There are some things that could be improved, but 7.5 is honestly a good enough score. It has some flaws, but it makes up for it with everything else in the series. So, in conclusion, Dyna is better than Tiga, but it is not the greatest Ultra series that you can watch depending on what kind of person you are. So, that is it. I'll see you guys in the next video, and probably I'll make time to review Gaia, the series, if I have the time, but next time when I do a review, it's going to be about the Final Odyssey, so yeah, we'll have to wait for that. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter. There's a plug in here. I'll put a link in the description if you want to. And you can also submit your fan arts or ideas. DM me in there as well, depending on what you want. I do accept fan art. I just made a hashtag Fos-kun arts there. Post whatever fan art, and maybe you'll get featured in my next video. I'll see you guys soon.